मीठे से वतन वतन में है ठहरे हुए बाबा हमारे लिए हो। वतन में है ठहरे हुए बाबा हमारे लिए कर रहे हैं इंतजार घर ले जाने के लिए आकारी बन करके हम वतन में जाएंगे। हम उड़ के चले जाएं, ओ हम उड़ के चले जाएं उस प्यारे से वतन में, उस प्यारे से वतन में, उस मीठे से वतन में हो। अव्यक्त वतन में हो हम उड़ के चले जाएं उस प्यारे से वतन में हो, उस मीठे से वतन में।
Everyone's love remembrances reaches Baba, but still, when I see Baba, I give everyone's love remembrances. So today, while offering bhog to Baba, I especially conveyed love remembrances from all Vyakti Parivar, but especially from on behalf of the couples. We call it pravritti, those who are in pravritti, family life. Right? So, Baba accepted bhog with lot of love, and Baba was giving very, very loveful, very much bestowing drishti to everyone. Lots of love, light, power, whatever we could receive, right? And then after sharing drishti, I told Baba that how couples, families, those who live in Lokik families, they are all also making good efforts. And they chose this topic of be a trustee, that is follow father. So Baba, after a few seconds, said that all the children, everyone has good aim. And what everyone has to do to remain, be whatever you have to do, but become a Lokik from Lokik. Soul conscious drishti towards everyone in the Lokik family. So Baba said that many changes will happen when you have soul conscious relationship. So which you all must be experiencing. But then Baba said that in this life, living in the family, you have to experience jivan mukti stage which is free from all the bondages, life which is free from all the bondages. So as much you become a Lokik, Baba says you will naturally find that bondages are changing into loveful relationships. So jivan mukti means no bondage. So when you have not only soul consciousness, then you are trustee. So as soon as you become trustee, in a very natural way, all the past, all what you have created in attachment or because of whatever reason, they get settled as soon as you become trustee. That's the gift you get of becoming trustee. So Baba said, think more on, are there any bondages which pulls the mind? That means not to have wasteful thoughts and even time. Whatever you have to do through body or wherever, it shouldn't be wasted. You can do whatever is necessary to do, but not waste time. So when there is bondage, it's a lot of wastage. Baba says same is with the wealth. Yes, whatever is necessary in the family, you will have to do it and use it. But if there is attachment, not trusteeship, then a lot of wealth can also be wasted. So when you become free from bondage, then jivan mukti means that everything of yours is used in a worthwhile way and you will feel happy. It's like when you sow a seed and then you say plant and fruits coming. So how you feel, right? So same will be then every step you will take, being trustee, free from the bondage, you will experience lot of fruits. That means you will be happy, you will be successful, and you will feel that you have abundance. You will never feel you are short of anything. There will be powers of mind, that means your thoughts. There will be power, that means your body also will function well. Your wealth also will be available to you. So everything what you will do, you will find that it multiplies, it's successful. So always remind yourself that I have to experience the life of jivan mukti, that is whether we say life free from the bondage, or other word we use the life of fruition. And fruition means like you feeling the reward and the fruits you see, all attainments in life. So Baba wants to give this special gift to all the children, especially couples, those who are in family, the gift of experience of jivan mukti. This is your first birth, and you will have that experience of all attainments, and you will find that in all attainments, it will attract many others also to follow you. So Baba gave a Vyakti Parivar and all the couples lots of love remembrances. I know that most of the couples also are part of a Vyakti Parivar. I see many of you in the evening. So Baba's love and gift of Jivan Mukti's birth, first birth, life of fruition for each one of you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So we heard Baba's book message. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Today is day 4. Love and Loveleen. Love is power. God's love is empowering. God's love as power of tolerance. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Yeah, we had been making effort and trying to practice to be merged in Baba's love. Amrit Vela. Yesterday we were talking little bit on healing power. And I really experiment on it that if you of course Baba talks about bodiless stage, but if you just become like I am soul consciousness, Baba is the ocean of love. And I merge in the love deeply. Just sit in silence and merge in Baba's love. And you will find that the vibrations of that start not only healing your body, but there is a lot of feelings of empowering. That means I have strength, I have power. And, you all heard Murli this morning, where Baba said that the courage which Brahma Baba had, actually, the second step, the first Baba said is surrender. Courage is surrender. But then, okay, after surrender, what happened then? Then he had to have tolerance. But the kind of tolerance he had, it couldn't be one's own power. Because when in Lokik life, respectable businessman, respectable because of his principles, he was very kind. He used to share his wealth to all those who need. So he didn't experience what we call as any kind of opposition or criticism. But Baba was sharing, we know his life history, that first things start happening that people were very, very against. Of course, they love, they really all want to be following, but as soon as certain principles were spoken and families and young ones wanted to follow that principle of especially celibacy, so there was really that bitterness and seeing that how these young people will not be creating the families or those who are in families Some are not able to live that life. So there was lot of anger, and they tried their best, whatever they can do, to stop those who were going. And you have seen some of the pictures we had been showing, in which all little ones, older one, so there was picketing their families, and so they were making Baba responsible, and they were very, very sometimes very much in anger, doing many things. And Baba was, no, you have seen his picture standing on the top floor in his balcony, and he's smiling, he's unshakable, he's not concerned, worried what will happen. In one of the Murli Baba described, he was so carefree. Sometimes each one of us should really imagine yourself to be in situation like that, and how you feel. Not have thoughts what will happen. They might do this. Now this might happen. My name is being defamed. Main thing is name is being defamed. And I give you example that once Nimal Shanta Dadi was in Calcutta, and they were doing some exhibition, something, and there was an article in the local newspaper about Brahma Baba, completely wrong description of what he was. And so she got kind of upset because it was being said for her father, Lokik and alokik relationship. So she called Baba that I want to respond to that. And I want to tell of something that's this. And Baba said, no, you don't need to do that. But yes, later on, you can just give a proper biography of Brahma Baba, but not respond, not react to that. And I always remember that. I know whenever in our meetings we have anything where we are accused and there is wrong publicity, we say, oh, we should respond. And I always remember what Baba told Nimal Shanta Dadi. That means tolerance to an extent where there's not any feeling of, you know, let's give them back the way they are talking, and, his love, and especially mercy. He was very merciful. And he knew that they are ignorant, they don't know. If they had met God and experienced super sensitive joy and got all this knowledge, they won't behave like this, right? But it's not with them. But we have knowledge. So how can we react in a way which people who don't have knowledge do it? So what I'm describing here is that the tolerance which he had, I don't think it's just from his soul. This is God's power, because he was, not only he had faith in Shiv Baba, but he remained merged in Baba's love. And you could see from his eyes that companionship he had created, creating Baba's presence in his life. That, they were combined, they were together, that much love. So merging in love empowers, means whichever power you need, you will find you have. Because this subtle fear uh, of how will people think about me, what they will say about me, stops so many not to move forward. Always thinking what people will say. I know even when I came in Gyan, only what I heard from my family. This is what people saying, this is what society is saying. I said, let them say what they have to say. I will still do. I won't say anything. Internally I said, I will still do what I want in my life. But I don't have any feelings, bad feelings for them, because they're doing out of their duty, right? They feel they are responsible. They have to take care. So they're doing their duty. Let them do. Let them say. But I have to listen to what Baba says, and I have to do what my calling is about in my life. So, but merge in love, and love which gives power, that there is no bad feelings, right? Not even any wasteful thoughts. Can you imagine? Can each one of us think about, uh, at least for us, we will say, certainly something, because we are not merged in love. So practice as much as possible to remain merged in love, so that the power which is required according to the present situations, you will have power, you will be victorious, you will be carefree, you will be very happy still. Not ever feel nervous, confused, fear. So tolerance, I remember that sometimes, somebody says something to someone, and our dadis used to say, kaha laga? Where did it go? Where did it hit you? Nowhere. Words doesn't. But because we are body conscious, not merged in love, every word creates reaction. Every word. Why this one said? Shouldn't be said shouldn't be like that. And we create that subtle conflict, waste of time, energy, no good relationships. But look at Baba's tolerance. So merged in love. If we want to experience, still we have time, right? Still we have few years in our Brahmin life. Let us look at Brahma Baba and also practice stage of being merged in love. Where tolerance shouldn't be like I'm being tortured, right? Sometimes little tolerance is like, oh, I have to go through such difficulties, like a torture. Because, of course, body consciousness, but soul is not merged in God's love. That is why moving forward hadn't been in many people's life, because they are stuck there with their sanskar, because of not practicing merge in God's love. If there is faith, I am surrender, I belong to Baba, I want to do service, you will need tolerance, right? And as I said, tolerance not as if it's being forced on me. I think for each one of us, from now onwards, experiencing the stage as Baba's stage, follow Father, practice to be merged in God's love. I don't know how many of you are practicing. And if you practice, you will find that how your power is increasing. So Baba said there were 3 types of tolerance. One is, of course, the insults and abuse and anger and all kinds of deformation. And second, because when we are establishing, we are doing God's task, whatever our circumstances, sometimes you have, let's say, all of everything available. Sometimes you don't have. These days for service, you need everything and you have everything. But many of us, when we started service, We didn't have anything, no place, no money. We didn't know anyone, but there was God's love. And with that love, there was so much power. When Dadi shared, they didn't have anything to eat for so many days. And they were just happy with salt and a little flour, make chapati, and sing Baba's praise and feel very, very happy, right? And these days, I want this, body needs this, body needs this, but whole day. That's the whole story of body. And of course, you have to take care of body. But how much our you know, lack of also taking power from God's love, whether it is the soul, whether it's the body, anything what we have, empowerment which has to come from God becomes your permanent virtue. It's kind of your nature. So whether we look at Brahma Baba, we look at all the dadis, right? So practice this stage. In soul consciousness, Baba is ocean of love. I am the being of love, Baba, ocean of love. And just stay in that one thought and stay for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, as long as you can. And you find the change in you. And that first change is your power of tolerance. It's very, very natural, very easy. We still have to do service, right? So there might be adverse situations in service. But if I keep saying I can't do because of this, I can't do because of this. Dadi Janki once said she was given money to travel by bus. She said, no, let me walk and save that money. So there might be time we don't have transport, but still we will go for service. So there could be circumstances where there are not enough facilities. So we have to come out of our comfort zone and say, I will still do Baba's service, whatever happens. So until the end of journey, there are still many possibilities. So don't be scared already by saying, oh, I won't get this to eat. What will happen? What happens? Nothing happens. It's just your imagination and your fears. So merge in God's love, and that happens through soul consciousness because we have faith. We are surrendered. We want to only do Baba's service. But there's not enough tolerance. Even to stay with different people, some are scared. Everyone's nature will be different. And Baba had so many children, all children of different sanskar nature. But in soul consciousness with love, everything was so pleasant. No, as Baba said, life of joy, life of happiness. So see how Loveleen stage of Brahma Baba that he took this step of courage, and tolerance was easy for everything, whether even within the unlimited family. Yes, everyone is different, but love, respect for everyone. If I am merged in God's love, I am being of love. And so many surrender. I know during Brahma Baba's time, many young ones from different villages came and they just start doing certain things. Now they all are big brothers, taking care of departments, taking care of so many things, whether cooking and so many. So same to become an instrument where others are inspired to belong to God. All that will happen more and more if we create the stage of being merged in God's love. So think about it, chant, possibly read Murli again, keep aim of to follow Father. And it's not only for doing, but your own inner joy definitely also increases. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Didi. So now today is Sunday. So before we do our Avakti journey, Avakti joy, we'll do our meditation and get our homework for tomorrow. So I would like to invite our angel sister Shireen. Welcome.
Om Shanti Parivar, Om Shanti Didi. What a beautiful message today, Vogue message, and also your meditation actually on love. And so we are going to use exactly Didi's words to do meditation today. But before we do that, let's do the homework for tomorrow. Love as power of tolerance. By merging in the ocean of love and filling my heart with the fragrance of truth, I develop the power and maturity to remain in a state of pleasure and purity. Om Shanti. So that's for tomorrow. So for today, let's do a meditation. As Didi was sharing, let us look at Brahma Baba and find power. And let us merge in love. Become aware of yourself as a bodiless soul. And invoke Baba, the ocean of love in front of you. Remember, I, the soul, am love, and I'm merged in the ocean of love. Baba also uses the example of trees as the power of tolerance. When you think about it, the unconditional giving of nature, of trees, is awe-inspiring. They give and give and give, even under extreme weather conditions. Every part of a tree is useful to humanity. That is tolerance. And this power is received when I merge in love with the ocean of love. This love, this power of tolerance is inside of us, is intrinsic to us. And when I merge with Baba, I connect with the well, with the deep reservoir of tolerance that is within us. Brahma Baba's tolerance was so divine that we know it was actually God's power. And with this power that we receive from Baba, we feel empowered. We feel strength. I remember Brahma Baba again. And recollect how in his life he faced every situation without even a waste thought. Let me connect to both Bab Dada and gain access to this spiritual power of tolerance. Let me remember the ocean of love and find equanimity amidst the ups and downs of this Brahman life. And most importantly, help Baba in his task. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Everyone, good night. Good night. Om Shanti.